So I just got home after meeting a uni friend, and I think we haven't seen each other for so long since after we graduated. And I kid you not, guys, you have a 93 born, right? I take it that you actually follow the typical path of education for most Malaysians from primary to secondary to tertiary locally in Malaysia. Do you guys realize that it's been almost 10 years since we have graduated from uni? For some of you, it could be even more than 10 years. How time flies. So I met this friend of mine back in uni and we had a really good talk, catching up with each other after so long, thanks to insurance. And one thing I really like about this career is that I really get to reconnect with a lot of old friends, a lot of old uni friends. If you're thinking if I'm the guy who say nothing, suddenly ajak you keluar makan or minum, then suddenly pull out my iPad, no, I don't do that. If the intention is really for insurance, I will just tell you upfront. I wouldn't ask you out and suddenly talk about insurance. Only if you want to talk about it, then only we will talk about it. By the way, I'm an alumnus of UTP. Any budak-budak UTP, if you see this, drop me a like or comment to let me know you're from UTP too. So when I met my friend just now, she told me that she's actually doing her further studies in master's program, and I also got to know that a few other friends also did the same, and some of them are actually successful business owners as well. So it just got me thinking that is university also playing a role in shaping us into who we are today? I mean, looking at the record of how many of our uni classmates are actually doing pretty good and also have the intention to further studies to basically upgrade our knowledge, becoming better in our own fields. So I'm just thinking that university also kind of help us in a way. Maybe it could be shaping our thinking, our critical thinking, how we solve problems and all. So maybe for those of you who are actually deciding whether going to university is a wrong decision or not, or thinking that is university actually a waste of time, because you might have heard a lot of people who are older than you saying that there's no use to go to uni. I don't actually apply anything I learn in university also. That could be true to some degree, but again, if you talk about shaping your character, shaping how you think, how you solve problems and all, I think university do play a role. Of course, for those of you who are already very clear about what you want, just go ahead with it. If you want to start a business, you want to be a YouTuber, just go ahead if you're really certain about it. But for those of you who might be still lost, don't know what to do with your life, don't know who you want to become, then I think university is a good choice still. Just go and try to learn as much as you can. Got into university and then you always spontaneous class, then I think that only consider as wasting time good. So don't stress so much about making the wrong decision, because I think no matter what you do in life or where you go in life, and no matter what kind of experience you had, there will be something valuable that you have learned directly or indirectly without you noticing. Because abang ni also didn't know what he want to do, didn't know who he want to become. Then tiba-tiba masuk UTP sudah. I'm not saying you have to go UTP. Maybe I am because I think it's really a good university. It's not just from me, but also a few other friends where we are all from UTP back then, and then we took master courses in other public universities in Malaysia. And there is indeed a difference between the both in terms of the quality of the lecturer, quality of the courses. But you could also argue that UTP is actually private, so how you can compare that to public universities? You are right. I also don't know how to answer you, but just purely sharing my experience.